Hey, this is Rick Caselge from exercisesforinjuries.com. If you don't know who I am, what I do is I help people overcome injury and pain with exercise. In this video, I wanted to go through 4 different paintball exercises to do after a plane ride. So this is a paintball, and what a paintball ends up doing is it ends up being more of a deeper tissue massage compared to a foam roller. Now this is kind of a crazy paintball, but I end up using it on the videos because it's easy for you to see and see where we're putting the paintball. Other things that you can use other than this huge dog toy is you can end up using like a lacrosse ball, which ends up being about half the size. But you're looking at finding something that is at a density that you can handle the pressure being put on you. So if you've ever gone into a massage, you might be happy enough with someone just massaging you with your fingers. And it might end up being too much pressure when they end up putting their elbows into you or their heel of their hands into you. It might be too dense or too much pressure. Same thing would apply with the paintball. You need to find something that's at a density that you can handle, and that can go from a regular tennis ball all the way to like a lacrosse ball. So we're going to go through it with this. So the first one that I'm going to get Donna Lee to go through ends up being a paintball to the quads. So you're taking the paintball and you're going to lie down on the paintball and you're placing it at your quads or at your thighs. And you're going to move that paintball, from just above your knee all the way up to that hip area. Now, what it should feel like is it should feel sensitive. Now, you shouldn't be in screaming pain. If you're in screaming pain, find something that's less dense or put less pressure into that paintball. But you're working on that paintball from the top of your hip all the way down your knee, and you're kind of digging in that quad area, looking for sensitive spots. Perfect. And I tell people to go up and down about 5 times total. Now after going on the quad, we end up flipping over and moving to the calf. So you sit down. This is not as intense as the quad, and now you have that paintball in the calf area, and you're going to move it, from just below the knee all the way to just above the ankle. And throughout that whole area. Good. And just like the other one, you're just going to go up and down it like 5 times. The third one ends up being the paintball to the mid-back. Now with the huge ball like this, it ends up being a little bit challenging to do. Yeah, and you're trying to arch over the ball. So it might end up being a little bit too challenging because it ends up being too large. You can end up going with a smaller ball. But excellent work from Donna Lee. And what you're doing is you're arching over that ball, because with being on the plane, that mid-back area stiffens up from sitting for so long. And that arching over the ball ends up kind of moving us from sitting into more of that extension, arching. And then the fourth one ends up being the paintball to the lats. So you're lying down, you lifted your arm up, and then you're putting the paintball in that lats area, and then you're going to move the paintball around in that lat area. Perfect. And you're going to roll it up and down in that lat area, because it tends to be another area that ends up building hidden tension. And that hidden tension can end up putting a negative effect on your hip, knee, back, and shoulder. Perfect. And it's all because of a result of being on the plane and being in a sitting position for a long period of time. So there you go. If you go on a long plane ride, give those 4 paintball exercises a go. You can bring the paintball with you in your luggage or your carry-on, or a lot of times wherever you are, there's a dollar store that you can end up buying something like that and quickly going through things and helping loosen up your muscles and balancing out your muscles and have you, prevent injuries and feel better. So this is Rick Caselge from exercisesforinjuries.com. Make sure to swing by exercisesforinjuries.com. Enter in your injury or pain. There's a good chance of an article, video, or an interview that'll help you overcome your injury or pain. Secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube, head up above, hit subscribe. What that'll do is every couple days you'll get a video like this where I talk about injury or pain. Thirdly, head down below, hit like, and leave me a question or comment. Now, if you want more examples of paintball exercises or more information on paintball exercises, if you take a look at my recovery workouts program, I have a whole section when it comes to paintball, paintball exercises, and different techniques. So you can take a look there. So this is Rick Caselge from exercisesforinjuries.com saying take care and bye-bye.